Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Destiny 2 Season of Plunder video. It is Xur Day, Friday, September the 16th, 2022, and Xur is back on Nessus at the Watcher's Grave. So we're going to spawn in here and see what Xur has for us today. So once again, thanks for watching my Guardians. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now Xur can show up in one of three different locations. He can show up in the EDZ, Nessus, or at the tower. This week, he's on Nessus. So let's spawn over here and let's see what Xur has for us today, my Guardians. Now, as always, Xur has returning the illustrious, illuminous, exotic, and gram. So you can get after all of those old exotics if you haven't already. Now we have two random rolls, one for the Hawk Moon and one for the Dead Man's Tale. For the Hawk Moon, we have some pretty interesting rolls. We have Extended Barrel, L08 Magazine Surplus, and Polymer Grip, making this more of a PvE type of roll. But then again, the Hawk Moon is still an awesome weapon. It'll still be good in PvE and in PvP. Pick it up and add it to your collection if you haven't already. Next up, we have the Dead Man's Tale Scout Rifle. Now the Dead Man's Tale Scout Rifle for this week have hammer forged rifling, armor piercing rounds, moving target, and composite stock, making this a fantastic roll for this scout rifle. And if you haven't picked this one up, well then you're in luck this week because Xur has a fantastic roll. Pick it up and add to your collection. The weapon of the week this week is none other than the lovely Two-Tailed Fox rocket launcher. Let's go over it, my Guardians. Now the Two-Tailed Fox comes with the intrinsic perk called Twin Tails. Shoot two rockets, one void, one solar, that can track onto the same target, which is pretty fantastic. Now about these perks, we got confined launch, high velocity rounds. We also have a nice trait that comes with this called Play With Your Prey. The void rocket suppresses enemy, the solar rockets causes damage over time. And last but not least, composite stock. Excellent in PvE and in PvP. Pick it up and add it to your collection. Now, next up we have the Shards of a GALANOR. This is going to be exotic gauntlets for the 100 class. Comes with the intrinsic perk called Sharp Edges. Hits and kills with Blade Barrage will return super energy after the super ends. And it does exactly that. Excellent in PvE, excellent in PvP as well. Pick these bad boys up and add it to your collection. Next up, we have the Hollow Fire Heart. Now, this is going to be exotic chest piece for the Titan class. Comes with the intrinsic perk called Sunfire Furnace, which improves the recharge rate of your solar abilities, greatly improves recharge rate while your super is charged, and provides a small benefit to the airborne effectiveness stat of all weapons. And yeah, it's a pretty good exotic, but very underused by a Guardian, so you're really not going to see too many people rocking this in PvE or in PvP, but it's a good one. I would definitely pick it up and add it to my collection. Next up, we have the Transversive Steps. Now, this is going to be exotic leg armor for the Warlock class. Comes with the intrinsic perk called Strange Protractor. Sprint speeds increase, and after a short time sprinting, your currently equipped weapon is automatically reloaded. So this is a very interesting trait, more geared towards PvE, really good in raids as well. You don't really see too many rocking this in PvP, but there's some pretty good exotics. The Transversive Steps is very underutilized, and it was pretty good back in the day, and it still is good. Pick it up, add it to your collection. Now for our legendaries, first off we have the Imperial Needle Combat Bow. Draw time of 576, lightweight frame, recursive bow, draw quickly and move faster while the weapon is equipped. Now, this has a draw time, masterwork, tactile string, and natural strings. Keep it on tactile. Carbon arrow shaft and fiberglass arrow. Leave it right there. We have impulse amplifier and swashbucklers, which makes this pretty fantastic roll. It should be pretty good in PvE and in PvP. With the draw time masterwork, you're going to have a good time with the Imperial Needle Combat Bow. Now, next up, my Guardians, we have another interesting legendary, the Royal Chase. Been here before, haven't been here in quite some time. This scout rifle is from back in the day, a few seasons ago. This one is a 180 RPM precision frame with a reload masterwork with chamber compensator, polygonal rifling, tactical mag, extended magazine, grave robber, and quick draw trait, making this a pretty fantastic roll, more geared towards the PvE side of things. So yeah, I would definitely pick it up if you're looking for a Void Scout rifle. This one does some work in PvE, and in PvP, it's pretty good too, but you gotta hit your headshots. So definitely pick this one up and add it to your collection. Next up, my Guardians, we have a sidearm called the Enigma's Draw. Been here quite a few times, 260 RPM precision frame, and this one is a pretty decent short spec SAS TAC SAS, as well as a pendant magazine and a light magazine, so keep it right there on light mag. We also have triple tap and demolitionist, making this more of a PvE hybrid type of role with a handling masterwork. Hard pass for me, but if you do decide to get this one, it's going to be pretty good in PvE, and in PvP, it's going to be decent, but you're going to have to hit your headshots as well. Next up, my Guardians, we have the Iota Draconis. Now, this fusion rifle is going to have a draw time of 956, high impact frame with extended barrel and full bore, enhanced battery and liquid coil, so you can max out your impact on this bad boy. Heating up trait, and last but not least, we also have the trait that is rather interesting at bringing all this Iota Draconis together, called Cornered. Faster charge time or draw time, right? With the charge time, with this liquid coils, man, you're going to be doing some work in PvE and in PvP. I would definitely pick this one up and add it to your collection. No, it's not a god roll, but it's a pretty fantastic roll, and it will be good in PvE and in PvP. Next up, we have a grenade launcher, the Ignition Code. This grenade launcher, 90 RPM lightweight frame, one shot with this bad boy. Volatile launch, linear compensator, as well as two of the best rolls you can have in the second slot. We're talking about spike grenades and implosion rounds, so choose whichever one you like. Me, I like rocking and spike grenades. We got surplus on this bad boy, and last but not least, we have the trait that brings this Ignition Code together, the Danger Zone. The blast radius of this weapon increases surrounded by enemies. So if you're surrounded by enemies, you're going to have a little bit more damage, and this one is going to be pretty good in PvE and in PvP. Not bad, and not bad at all. Next up, we have the Interference VI Grenade Launcher. A little bit of arc damage on this bad boy, and yeah, it's kind of hard to get a really good roll on this one. Let's go over there. 120 RPM adaptive frame with hard launch and quick launch. We got thermoplastic grenades, as well as high explosive ordnance, field trip, and full court with a velocity masterwork, which is absolutely pretty good, but the rest of them more geared towards the PvE side of things, and for me, this one is a hard pass. But it should be good in PvE and in PvP. Well, you're gonna have to hit your Guardians a few times with that. Next up, the Lonesome Sidearm is up next. 260 RPM precision frame. This one is a pretty good sidearm. We have arrowhead break, diagonal rifling, as well as flared magwell and light mag, Zen moment, and kill clip. For those two and a range masterwork, it's gonna make this sidearm pretty fantastic. No, it's not a god roll, but between these other traits, you have yourself a pretty fantastic roll with the Lonesome Sidearm. It's going to be pretty good in PvE and in PvP. Pick it up and definitely add it to your collection if you don't have the Lonesome Sidearm. Now for our legendary, we have something special this week. We have two different sets. That's right, two different armor sets. We have the Illicit Gambit set as well as another set. Let's go over a total of 58 on the arms. Pretty good for transmog when it comes to the armor set if you are indeed feeling that Gambit type of style, that type of vibe. Here it is, the chest piece, total of 63 for the chest piece. So for me, it's going to be a hard pass because they're not in the right slots, and I wouldn't suggest this one to you, but it's good for transmog as well as the bond. Most of the time, the bond really don't look that great, but the Illicit Invader bond absolutely does, and I would definitely pick this one up and add it to my collection, at least just for transmog. You know, just why not add it to your collection. We have an Illicit Invader hood, which absolutely look phenomenal. Total of 63 on this bad boy, pretty decent roll on here. So if you're looking for a decent helmet, I would pick this up for sure. And the boots, which is absolutely fantastic for transmog. If you are looking for cowboy boots, you can't go wrong with the Illicit Invader boots. They look absolutely phenomenal if you are looking for cowboy boots for your Guardians. Not bad, and not bad at all. Total of 59 on that one, so hard pass for me, but pretty good for transmog. Now we have the Pathfinder wraps, total of 54 on these gauntlets, and it is pretty cool that we have 2 different armor since I just was we had better stats on the armor, you know, and then it would be really cool. But at least we have the Pathfinder robe, total of 52, so it's going to be a hard pass for me. And the transmog effect of this one doesn't look that great, but hey, you know, I'll go over it for you so you can see exactly what it looks like on a warlock. The bond is going to be the bond, decent looking bond, hard pass for me. I would not pick this one up for transmog at all, but I'll show it to you anyway just in case. Now the helmet, the Pathfinder visor, looks pretty decent. Not bad for transmog, total of 53. And last but not least, we have the Pathfinder boots, total of 49. Hard pass for me, and for transmog, not so much. But there you have it, my Guardians, and this is all the exotic that Xur has brought for us this week, September the 16th, 2022. Happy Friday, my Guardians. I hope you and yours is having a wonderful day. As always, if you are new to the channel, how you doing and welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Right here at Karpo Gaming, upload a wide variety of videos range from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support, and as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.